Hello, and we are live.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to our first commented live session. Today, we will be talking about a random product from Product Hunt. And before we get started, I would love to introduce some of our key speakers from today's session.
Hello,
First of all,
and
we
we are
have
live.
Sarkan Marjan, Head of
Hi
UI and
everyone and
UX from
welcome to our
Commented.
first commented live.
And then we have Jaren Tuna, the UI UX specialist from Commented. And I'm Faye, the head of marketing at Commented. And I would love to give the floor to Sarkan.
Thank you. So, for today, we picked MindPal as the product that we are going to review. Before we get started, we need to create a commented project. And to do that, we have our extension installed. On the right top corner, you can see that we have commented. And when I click on it, there is actually a drop down which you cannot see at the screen because of the technical problems. But when I activate it, there will be a button that says off, and then when you click it, it will be activated, and then you will have this toolbar at the bottom which you can leave comments. And if you click on your avatar, then you can see that I have created a commented project which is called MindPal in our commented workspace, which is already active, and I can just leave my first comment, and then there will be comments listed in our dashboard, which we will be visiting later on. So for MindPal, we can start discussing about our thoughts, if you like.
So with MindPal, when I first saw the website, my initial thoughts were basically it's a really great product to have, especially in terms of utilizing AI. And from a marketing perspective, if you want to use AI, it's a bit different because it is not like the generic chat GPT like it suggests. It's rather a way that you can use and create content both for any marketing enactments, but also for design purposes. For instance, if you want to like use a content for a design piece or a marketing piece or any other content related thing, I think this program, like website, is really good and it's really easy to use. That's what basically my initial thoughts.
Yeah, and I also like that they have a video on the hero section, which is always easy to explain what the product does, and you can also see a demo of it when someone's using it. So I'll just going to leave a comment that says, I like the video. Like that there is a video on hero section. And then I'll just leave my first comment. And then you can see that here, if I click on this, I can just share it with anyone I'd like by typing their email and then press on share button. And also, if I click back on it, there is also interactions which we can discuss on our later episodes. And
Second, sorry for interrupting. I think we cannot see your screen somehow.
really
Yeah.
interesting. Let me check. I can see it's already in. Oh, you mean for the Zoom? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Now I think you can see it. And
Thanks.
I'll come back to the website. And I was mentioning that here under the three dots, you can have link copies that you can directly copy the link for the pin. So the first one is for copying the pin, which we call it pin because it's in our website. And the second one is for the dashboard link. So if you share with the first one, you will be opening the website and the pin. And if you share the second one, then you will see the dashboard pin details page, which I can actually show you here quickly. So this is our pin details page, and you can see my comment, and I can type replies, or anyone on the project can type a reply, and I can connect with other tools, and I can see the details of the comment, the time, the platform, the resolution, and all. And after I'm done with it, I can just click on resolve and complete this comment. So I'll be going back to the MindPal, and I'd like to hear your opinions, Sharon.
I totally agree on what you said. Having an explanatory video is very beneficial, especially when the product is a little bit complicated. What we have here is that this product allows us to have agents and knowledge sources, where we can mix and match them to create like better content for our websites. And we can also embed those agents into our website. So I really like the hero section, as you mentioned. And for the section here, especially where we can see the file types that the product supports, it is a very cool feature, but I think to have like a GIF in every section of the website, I'm not sure if that works for this section. I think it will be better to have just like an image where we can see the logos, for example, of Notion, because the GIF is not really explanatory and it's very like long and hard to understand. And if we really want to use like a GIF, we can make it like bigger. But other than that, maybe we can separate it into like 3 tabs, because now there are like icons next to the headings, and there are like badges and logos, which can be a little bit complicated.
Yeah, a lot of things going on this right section. But your
Yeah.
first comment was for this to be an image, right? So maybe I can just
Yeah.
leave a comment for you. Okay, image instead a GIF. And I can also tag you if I'd like. So here we go. And yeah, for this section, you mentioned that there can be 3 different tabs, right?
Yeah.
And then I can also leave another comment. We can have 3 different tabs for this
Well,
section.
Also, it can be better to emphasize like each section in a better way,
Yeah.
because not only it supports like PDF and Word, but I think it's a very cool thing to have like YouTube videos as your knowledge sources.
I totally agree, yeah. And do you have any other comments for this section, or should I continue?
I think we can continue.
Right.
For this section, for example, it's more simpler because we don't have all those like badges and logos, which I like. But again, the same thing applies for this GIF as well. I cannot really understand what's going on in that GIF. And since the product is a little bit complicated from my side, I would definitely like to see it in like maybe in a bigger way. Or as I said, just like an image would do.
Yeah, okay. And I think that it's the same thing, so I'll just skip this one. And yeah, I think it's the same for here. And
It has like
also,
multiple run-ons.
sorry?
It has like run-ons going on. So the problem is, from my perspective, when I look at it, it's basically GIFs, 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 like Jaron said, it kind of gets a little bit redundant. So with that in mind, I would suggest like having an image, or basically like a few like multiple images that kind of describe or show what's going on, rather than a whole video or a whole GIF that just goes blah 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 blah, rather than just, being straightforward, because it gets overly complicated from a content perspective too. I can't read everything that's going on in a single GIF. So that's kind of problematic from a marketing side as well.
Yeah, exactly. And also on the right side, for example, here, a lot of text, and also on the left side, the GIF is playing. So like you are confused that which one you need to focus and see, because also the GIF is very long. And maybe in that case, they can just have a title and the GIF in a full width here would be better, I think. Yeah, I can just...
Also, I can say that like the main color is something that I like, but it's too repetitive in the entire design. We don't get to see like any other color that's been there except that green, which I have questions about that also. And at the bottom we see like a violet. Maybe that violet can be used like in other sections as a background, as we can see here, to differentiate the section if it's needed.
Yeah, I totally agree, and I'll just leave a comment.
I feel like the leaving comments is so seamlessly done. It's really like integrated. You can see everything visually too.
Yeah,
It's really nice to see that you can do it just in like seconds, under seconds actually. It's just really good to use.
exactly. And yeah, I can just leave a comment on the real product, which is also nice because sometimes it's not always the same result as we designed. in the Figma. So it's always there are some different occasions that we need to see on the product itself, on the staging or in the published product. So it's always good to have this option. And since we have a couple of comments here on the toolbar, you can see that if you click on this button, you can see all of the comments you left for this page. And when I click on it, I can just easily navigate to it and see it again, leave a reply. I can also leave an emoji that says that I agree, because I already made this comment myself, but just to show you the feature. And then here I will just go to the dashboard now. So let me just close this. And then here, if I click on this, then I'm in the app.command.io, which is our dashboard for this project. And here's the list of all the comments we made. And if you like to see the details, you can just open it. And for example, if I made this change, I can just click on resolve, and this one is resolved. And here you can quickly navigate between the comments and can just share it with anyone you like. And also we have on site to go back to the website and see where the comment was made. And also I can just hide the resolved comments, so it's easier for me to navigate between and see only the things that needs to be done. And you can also change the sort by different options, and also you can just filter it based on the page. Currently we have only one page that we made comments, so that's why we have only one option. And if you'd like to invite more people, you can just open people and then type their email and they will be invited. And also if you'd like to change the name of the workspace, you can just click on edit name and then you will have the result. And you'll also get notifications for the comments that made by others or replies. And yeah, I think that's all I can tell you for this live session. And then I'll go back to our camera.
Thank you all for joining our live session, and we would love to have you on our next live session as soon as possible. With that in mind, you can follow us on LinkedIn and Twitter, and we will be posting the time and date and the place that we will conduct it. And thank you all for spending your time and being on this session with us.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Have a nice one.
Bye.